Hello, welcome to channel Maths Magic. Today we have a topic equation of a straight line. This topic is almost includes in every curriculum from secondary school to higher secondary school curriculum. For example, IBDP, MYP, IGCSE, A level and AS level and IGCSE International Maths, IGCSE Core Maths, IGCSE Extended Maths. So this is very common topic to every curriculum from middle year program to diploma program, or you can say secondary school to higher secondary school. What are the important points of equation of a straight line? We have first is the gradient. So how can we find the gradient if 2 points are already given? To find the equation of a straight line, we have to use the formula y is equal to mx plus c, which is called axis-intercept form. So let me introduce you to the basic formula of the gradient over here, and the basic formula of the gradient is m is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. It's a very simple formula which you can use to find the gradient. Now once gradient is calculated, we can move on to find further details. For example, if you are using y is equal to mx plus c, so what will you do? If you are given with coordinate of a as x1 y1 and coordinate of b as x2 y2, then you need to find gradient and y-intercept. So to find the gradient, you can use y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. And to find the y-intercept, what will you do? You will substitute any of these given coordinate instead of y and x, and you can solve for c. So over here you can write this as, let's say, y1 is equal to m, which you have calculated, and then into x1 plus c, and then you solve this for c. Whatever the value of c you get, you can finally write equation y, and this m is the value which you calculated over here, and then x, and this is the value of c which you calculated over here. So this is gradient intercept form. We can also write point gradient form. In point gradient form, again we have to find the gradient, and then we have to use the format which is very easy to calculate. So these formats are like this. I'll just write the format over here. Y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. You simplify this and then you can find the equation of a straight line. This is called point gradient form. This is point gradient form or point slope form, right? Now next is general form. General form is ax plus by plus d is equal to 0. Ax plus by plus d is equal to 0. You can use general form to quickly find the x-intercept by doing minus d comma a upon comma 0. Minus d upon a comma 0 will give you x-intercept, and if you want to calculate y-intercept you can quickly do 0 comma minus d upon b. It's very simple. If gradient general form is given, you can quickly find x-intercept and y-intercept using this format. And then to find the equation of a straight line, I already told you different methods which you can use, and it's very easy. Now after that, we have parallel lines and perpendicular lines, right? So what is parallel lines? You must have heard about this earlier, but I'll make it clear again. Parallel lines are the lines if you draw it at different distance, so they will never meet each other if it's extended in any direction. For example, this is the line and then this is another line. If you are trying to extend this line forever, and you will find that these two lines will not meet each other at any point because distance between any two particular points, or you can say corresponding points, is always same, so they will not meet. So what is the relation of parallel lines in terms of gradient? So in terms of gradient, we can say that if two lines are parallel, then their gradients will be equal, right? If this is line 1 and this is line 2, so if they are parallel, their gradients will be equal, or vice versa. You can say if lines are parallel, then their gradient will be equal. Then we have another relation which is called perpendicular lines. So what happens in the perpendicular lines? Perpendicular lines are a line when one line makes 90-degree angle at another line, we call this perpendicular line. So over here, let's say we have this line. Now if we have another line which is making 90-degree to this line, then we call it perpendicular line. So perpendicular line is this, when it makes 90-degree to this, right? Now what is the relation of slope or gradient of perpendicular line? So the relation is, if you know the gradient of both the lines which are perpendicular, and if you multiply them, it will give you is equal to -1. In other words, you can say that if you know the gradient of one line, then the gradient of other line will be negative reciprocal of first line, right? So it's very easy to calculate the gradient of perpendicular line if you know the gradient of any one of these lines, right? This is about gradient of perpendicular lines. Now there's some exam tips which you can use to solve the equation of straight line. So this is specific to AIHL and AIHL. So you are allowed to use the calculator, so you can sketch the graph of the straight line and you can find required points like x-intercept and y-intercept if question demands. You can use your GDC. Probably you will be allowed to use a graphic display calculator of CASIO or TI Inspire or TI-84. So you can use the graphic function to draw the graph and then find the corresponding values, whatever it is required. So one more thing you have to be careful in most of the calculator when you will draw the graph, so you have to always arrange the equation in axis intercept form, like y is equal to mx plus c. You have to put only this portion right hand side on function of graph, or you can say a function of graphing calculator, and then you can graph it. If your function is given in general format, let's say ax plus by plus d is equal to 0, then you have to rearrange this function and then make the y subject so that you can draw this easily, right? This is the basic idea about equation of straight line. There are different application of straight lines. I'll come up with the new and interesting video about equation of a straight line very soon. If you have any doubts, you can feel free to contact me at any platform. I have different platform like YouTube channel, Facebook and Instagram. At Facebook and YouTube you will have this maths magic, and at Instagram you will have iqbal.zafar. You can easily coordinate with me for any confusion and any help. Thank you for watching. Keep connected. Bye.